Dancing in the middle of the city like this doesn't actually take confidence. Confidence is kind of useless because it's just a means to an end, and there's other ways of getting to that end. And in my experience, I thought I was improving my confidence. I was actually using these other methods. And what would have been more effective is if I combined the methods. So like roughly this time last year, I decided that I was going to approach a woman. I was going to go up to them and be like, hey, you're pretty. In a nice way, of course. And I did it, and I got so scared. I walked around for like an hour, and then I finally did it. But basically I did that by just using discipline. There wasn't anything special about it. I didn't go, this is okay. I'm actually confident to do this because I'm confident in myself. I believe in myself. No, I was like, this is not gonna work. I'm terrified, like she's gonna reject me, but I went up anyway. I just made my feet walk towards her. And so over time, I did 19 of those. The last one was a lot easier than the first one, and that's just because of that habit effect, not because I did any of the internal work. And faking confidence is not really a problem in my opinion. As long as you're honest and say like, yeah, that was scary, you're just literally acting in a better way, you know? But then as I was saying, I did kind of just become naturally more confident because I did scary stuff. I saw that there wasn't any bad outcomes. And really, a lack of confidence is a fear of bad outcomes. So if you do something, you see that the bad outcomes aren't actually that bad, well then there goes your fear, right? So if you just do something scary, that is kind of a good way to become confident. So there's really no shame in it. And so trying to become confident so that you can do something sometimes is a little bit silly compared to just doing that thing using discipline. But then the way that you actually have the discipline to do this stuff, because like that's probably where a lot of people are failing, I have 3 things that you can do. The first one is to create rules. So I would have a rule, for example, that I go up to people when I'm standing there not talking to anyone and they're not standing there talking to anyone at a like social event, right? Because otherwise I'll come up with all these excuses for why I shouldn't do it, when pretty much all of the time it's going to be beneficial for me to do it. And so I've just created a rule. If I see that, I go and do it. And then that's basically just making a habit out of it because you're not leaving any room for thought. It's just a habit. Don't make your rule like absolutely unreasonable and hard to follow. Make something that you think you can probably do. Don't make your rule based on outcomes. Don't say like, I can't leave here until I get a girl's number because mate, you're gonna be sleeping there. You're not gonna be leaving. And well, I wouldn't be leaving anyway. The second thing is you have to honestly believe that you have to do stuff straight away, because when you're doing in any kind of social situation, you can't like be like, I should go do this and then wait like 3 seconds, because your thoughts are going to be building up. It's going to be getting worse and worse and worse, and you're going to get more and more scared. And you have to act instantly before the thought comes, because as soon as the thought comes, you're done for. It's like when the cops are, chasing you, right? If you wait for them to put their handcuffs on you, you are not getting away. But if they are like going to put their handcuffs on you and then you're something like, and you just run away, you've got a much better chance. Not advising that you should run away from police and enforcers of the law, but I'm just saying. The third one, and this is kind of just an extension of the second one and honestly the first one, if you want to go up to someone and you're thinking about it, just start walking. You can often use your body to, encourage your action, because it's very hard to go like, I need to talk to this person, right? But if you just like go like, I'm still thinking about it, I'm not saying I'm going to do it, mind, brain, don't worry, but you just start moving your feet towards them. You've basically already half committed to doing it. And it's easier to do a half commitment and then a full commitment than a full commitment. So try that if you want to go up and talk to someone. So those 3 things should help you be more disciplined. And as I was saying, that discipline is going to help you do stuff which will make you confident, rather than waiting for confidence to then go and do stuff. Confidence is kind of useless if you don't just use discipline to get it, if you use YouTube videos to get it. So use this as your motivation to take action, please, and have a great day.